Right, I'll do something a little bit different today. I have decided to do some work on the bike, and I thought it might be useful for some of you to see how to repair cracked tabs on bodywork for bikes. Bodywork for bikes is mainly ABS, so moulded plastic. It does get brittle when it gets old, and it also is brittle when it's cold, so you drop a bike and it splits. This is a notorious bike for split plastics because of the complexity of the bodywork itself. A lot of the tabs are broken off this, and I've done quite a bit of research and I've worked out a very cheap and effective way of doing it, so I thought I'd carry you through it today. There might be quite a lot of beeping today as I refocus and things, just trying to get everything in the right place. That looks good. Right, okay. So this is a broken tab. It normally sticks out here. I can see where it came to because of the marks from the clip. So the clip normally sits like this, and the bracket would have come out round and back in again. So what I'm going to do, first things first, I need to take the paint off so that it's smooth, and also the solvent doesn't melt paint, it only melts the plastic. So this joining method it's not reinforcing the back and leaving the crack there. This is actually making a whole new tab which is attached and welded to the bodywork. So that is now clean. Bit of brake cleaner just to make sure that it's all nice and clean. Now we're only going to be welding to the back face and the crack itself, so that's fine. The next thing is to mark up where we're going to come to. So this is just a sheet. It's 1mm thick ABS plastic. It's available for about, I don't know, £5 a sheet. eBay, it's dead easy. I need it to be about so long and probably about that wide. So behind the camera, I've just got a pair of shears. I'll quickly shear it. It's dead easy to cut this stuff. I'm going to just cut it to size roughly, and then we can trim it. So that looks pretty good. That is going to sit something like that, and what I want to do now is just work out the shape it wants to be. So I'm just holding it on the back side, and I want it to come something like up across there, like that. That'll be alright. Once that's on there, we're going to have plenty of overlap, and the clip will slide all the way on. Yeah, I reckon that'll be pretty good. So let's just chop the corners off then. Hey, bit pinged across the screen there. This stuff's really soft and flexible. So this is actually only going to be the back side. So the front side is going to be covered. That's going to sit something like that. Okay. Make sure that's clean. So this is what we use. Let's just make sure you're in focus on that one. So this is solvent cement for, let's keep it in focus, it's for doing plumbing pipes. So this stuff, if it's for ABS, or I think this is PVC as well, this stuff, effectively what you've got in here is acetone and plastic. So it's plastic dissolved in acetone. Now what I've also done is I cut our sheet, this stuff, into a load of strips, and I melted it into it. So this stuff now looks like this. It is effectively melted plastic. It's exactly the same as what the bodywork's made from. So I've just got a piece of welding wire here actually. The brush itself in the tin is way too big, but this is just the right size to spread the glue on. This stuff is fruity, so make sure that you use it in a well ventilated space. I've got both of my garage doors open at the moment because it sticks. Okay, so that's already going to start to dissolve the plastic of the bodywork. It won't melt it completely, but it will make sure that it's fully bonded on there. There's no messing about with this stuff. It's awesome. Okay, so that's the first step. What we're going to do, take a bit of masking tape. We want to stick that across the back. It doesn't matter if it sticks to the glue a bit. All this is going to do is just support it whilst we go through the next step. Okay, so the next step, turn it over. My bench is in a right old mess. I was always told that if you've got a messy bench, it just means that you're working hard. People with clean benches haven't done any work, so at least that's what I'm going with. I need something to stand that on. What have we got? Ah, perfect. Put that under there. Put you under there. Let's make sure that you're all still in focus. Oh no, you're a bit out of shot. There we go. Okay. That looks good. Right. So, next, what I've effectively got is underneath there, you can see the bracket. It's all there. Just tear that back a bit so you can see it a little bit better. That is held on. You can see there's actually a line of glue there already, so that's all good. And what we want to do now is take the cement again and just start filling in this side. So what happens is the acetone flashes off and leaves the plastic behind. And so what we're going to do is effectively fill over the top of this. It won't be particularly neat, but the plastic that's left is exactly the same as what's there. So you can grind it flat. Oh, there's a bit of a mess. Grind it flat so that you've got a nice neat bracket there, and it's going to be just as strong as the bodywork that's already there, if not stronger, because this hasn't been through years and years of UV and all that kind of jazz. So that will sit like that. Wipe down the pot. That'll sit like that. That takes now about, well, I'll give it 24 hours to go off probably. Yeah, so just make sure that it's all up against the edges. It does flow a bit, so it's good to make sure that it's level. So I'm going to go and put that somewhere so that it can go off. Okay, that's cool. I'll show you one that I've done already. There's a good one. I'll take this piece of bodywork. So, there we go. So this one here, this was entirely cracked off the end of this. I'm currently rebuilding, where are we? This bit here as well. So that's got a plasticine mould on that, and I filled that with the same solvent, and I'm waiting for that one to go off. Just look at the other side of this one. Yeah, so that's the bit that was all cracked. You can just see a couple of bits where the crack was, but it's gone together really nicely. Here you can just see the crack there, tiny. So that needs a tiny little bit of filler over the top, some flexible plastic filler, and it should be good. So that is nice and steady. I've still got quite a lot of bits to do. I mean, there's some various different bits and pieces to build the brackets for and what have you. But that's a good cheap way of doing it. Materials cost maybe 10 quid, and you end up with something that works far better than trying to fiberglass it and fill it, or even using one of the repair kits. The repair kits are exactly this. The stuff with the powdered, the white powder with the thing that you drop, that is ABS plastic and acetone. That's all it is, nothing else. So I'm going to go carry on with this. I mean, there are cracks and missing tabs all over this bodywork. I'm going to rebuild them all, grind the back, drill them, and we should have plastics that are as good as new. They just need a bit of paint and she's good to go. So, okay, thank you very much.